Hi, it's Jamie. Good morning. We are here for our Hatha Yoga practice. It's going to be a little bit shorter than normal, perhaps around 30 to 35 minutes. So if you'd like to find your comfortable seated position, you can arrange the legs any way that's comfortable for you, just so long as you're uplifted with the spine. And then just gently close your eyes. Turn your attention to the breath. And watch your breath as it flows. Don't try to alter the breath in any way. Just allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm. And feel your body's reaction to each and every breath you take. Just tuning in to the physical body, noticing where you are today. And as we sit in stillness, we allow the breath to settle. Then the mind settles too. Now let's slowly bring our hands to heart center in prayer pose, and we'll say one long Om together to start the class. So inhale deeply. Release your hands, put them behind your back, and then as you exhale, bend forward from the waist and surrender to Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming back up. Release your hands again, and with a few gentle blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Let's start today's class with a little bit of Bhastrika breathing, bringing in some prana and some energy to our bodies, warming ourselves up. So you can still stay seated with the cross-legged, but I actually like to sit in with my buttocks sort of on my heels, giving me a little bit of extra height. And we're going to move our arms in time with the breath. It's going to be forceful exhalations with passive inhalations. So let's start by extending both arms. The exhalations are going to be through the nose sharply as we bring the arms down. Let's do 30 in total and begin. And release. And then let's do some pumping of the arms, some Nandi breathing. So let's block the left nostril and then pump the right arm as we exhale 20 times and begin. And release. Now blocking the right nostril and pumping the left arm 20 times and begin. And then both arms together for the last set of 20. Let's begin. And you can just turn the torso first one way and then the other, just for the last few pumps. And then relax. Allow the hands to come down onto the thighs with the palms facing up. Just gently closing the eyes. And let's just tune into our body and the reactions to this practice. Noticing any changes. Just allowing the breath to settle. And then just very gently opening the eyes once more. Let's interlock our fingers and just push away with the palms, stretching the arms up and having a nice big inhale. And then releasing the breath, but keeping the arms there, and now just gazing up towards the palms. Just keep that nice breath going long and deep, stretching away with the arms. Last long breath here. And then as you exhale, just release the arms. Good. Now let's come on to all fours. We're just going to activate the spine now by doing a few cat-cow stretches. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips, and let's move in time with the breath. So as we inhale long and deep, we're moving the chin and chest up, the tailbone goes up too, flexing the spine, And then exhaling, dropping the chin to the chest, pushing away with the arms and rounding the back. Inhaling once more. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Release your back to a neutral position and let's move the knees closer in together and the hands closer in together as well. We're going to stretch the arms and the legs out now. So let's start with the right arm and the left leg. Keeping the arms and legs straight, let's extend them as we inhale. So right arm and left leg, stretch out and then lift up, chin and chest up as well. And then exhaling, replacing the hand and bringing the knee all the way to the chin or the chest. Inhale again, same arm and same leg. And exhaling, knee to the chin once more. Third one, inhale. Exhale. All the while we're keeping the breath going long and slow. Inhaling again. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's release that left leg and now swap over. So we're going to work on the left arm and the right leg. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then release. Let's widen the knees now. Sinking the hips back and finding our resting warrior. So stretching forward with the arms, lengthening the spine. Keeping hold of that long, slow breath. And with each exhale, just slowly trying to just sink deeper, allowing that stretch. You're lengthening the spine. And then slowly coming up and laying your belly down on the mat. And lay down completely now with the legs stretched away from us. Keep the legs active with the toes pointed. Bring the hands in beside the chest, tucking the elbows in and drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Let's come up into Cobra pose now as we inhale. Just being mindful, tuning into the body. Our first true back bend of the class, so just working well within your comfortable limit. Focusing on the breath. Last couple of long breaths here. And then releasing down and pushing back into child's pose. Let's just release the lower back now. Any tension you may have there, just by lying the chest over the thighs, relaxing the arms behind you and forehead comes down towards the mat. Relaxing and softening. And then slowly coming back up, gently opening the eyes if they are closed. And then laying down on the mat again. Let's have that full body stretch, this time stretching the arms out too. So both arms are stretching away from us, the legs are too, creating that nice long spine. Forehead down towards the mat, but not resting on the mat. Let's raise our right arm and our left leg now, again. Inhale. Chin and chest can come off the mat as well. Keep pushing down with the left hand and the right foot. And just hold it there just for a few breaths. The right arm extended, the left leg extended. Just breathing. We're in a variation of the locust pose now, Savasana. Just a few breaths here. Last long breath. And then release. Let's move on to the other side now. Left arm and right leg. Inhale, raising them up, stretching them forward and backward as we push down into the right hand and the left foot. Keep focusing on the breath. Last couple of long breaths here. And then let's release. And come back once more into child's pose. We're using this as a counter pose to make sure that we are releasing the lower back fully. Softening with each exhale. and inhaling and coming back up again. And then slowly going to lie myself down on the mat one more time to finish this sequence. This time the hands go under the hips, so palms facing up, right hand under the right hip, left under the left hip. Allow the elbows to go down onto the mat. And with the chin and chest down onto the mat, actually you can lift your chin just a little bit off the mat. We're going to raise just the legs. So stretching the toes away from you, making sure that the legs are really long, and so the spine is too. And just raising them up as you inhale. And now the chin and the chest can come off the mat a little bit too. It's not important how much you raise the legs, but more stretching those legs away from you. So keep the toes pointed. Focus on the breath. Just a few breaths. And last breath here. And then let's relax the legs down onto the mat. And push back into child's pose for the last time in this sequence. Relaxing and releasing. Just allowing. Softening the lower back. Releasing any tension there. Just allow that to happen. Let's slowly come back up. And then we're going to spin the legs around so that the legs are stretching away from us, and we're in a seated position now with the spine uplifted. Let's find Dandasana. So hands just beside the hips. Spine nice and uplifted. We're creating this lovely 90-degree angle with the body. Lengthening the back of the legs. The spine is lengthened too, really making an effort to sort of stretch the head towards the ceiling. Finding that nice long spine. Now let's raise the arms up as we inhale. Keep the hands parallel and about a shoulder width apart. Pulling the arms up. Lifting up the side body. Creating space between the vertebrae. And only when we've really extended the spine as much as we can, then we're going to take a forward fold. So bending from the waist, stretching the arms out as much as you can. Let's try to grab those big toes. If you can't quite reach them, then bend the knees. And then pull back and away from the toes, so lengthening the back still, almost opening the chest. This is a way of kind of pivoting from the waist, but we're still trying to keep that nice long straight back. Just for a few breaths here. And then we're going to allow that to fold forward. So allow the chin and chest to come down towards the thighs, towards the knees. Softening and allowing rather than with force or with pressure. Paschimottanasana, intense forward fold. Last long breath here. And then slowly coming back up to Dandasana. Placing the hands beside the hips and slightly a little bit forward, making sure that the heels are hip width apart. Let's come up into reverse tabletop. As we inhale, soles of the feet go flat on the mat, driving the knees forward and raising the hips up. Squeeze the buttocks together. Keep the neck in a neutral position, just trying to raise the belly towards the ceiling. And just hold here for a few long breaths. If there's no restriction on the neck, you can allow the head to come back and release the neck. Looking back behind you now if you can. If not, just keep the neck neutral, so looking up towards the ceiling. Just 2 more breaths here. And then slowly bringing the buttocks back between the hands as you come back to Dandasana. Well done. Now let's split the legs apart. So we're finding our splits pose here. We're still seated. And lift the spine once more. Just let's work on that lengthened spine first. Make sure we've really got a nice long spine as we come back to the breath. And then perhaps we can widen the legs a little bit more. Just working up to our comfortable limit. Just feel the body's reaction, feel where the tightness is, and just breathe into that area. Now, keeping the spine long, I'm going to turn my shoulders towards that right foot. So I'm turning my whole torso towards the right foot, and then stretching down towards that right foot, laying my chest down over the knee, and seeing how that feels, just with a few long breaths. Feeling that stretch going all the way in to the hip, to the groin, the hip flexors, the hamstrings. Just allow that. And then slowly coming back up. Bringing the torso straight once more, I'm finding that long spine. Before turning towards the other foot, twisting the spine first and then stretching forward and down. And you might find there's a difference between the right and the left side.
Just go with that, just observing how the body is. The last couple of breaths on this side, just allowing that stretch to go deep in. And then slowly coming back up. And finding that long spine once more. Now let's come into butterfly pose. Bringing the heels in towards the groin. Keeping the spine uplifted and then just allowing those knees to come down towards the mat. And you can just give the knees a little bounce. Well done. Now let's lay on our backs. We're preparing for Savasana now, but I just want us to bring the knees into the chest and hug the knees in tight to the body. Just make sure we've released all that tension in the lower back. So once you've got the knees pulled in tight, then just roll from side to side, from right to left. Just relaxing and releasing any tension you may have in the lower back. With each exhale, just relaxing and releasing now. And we can extend the legs. Finding our stillness coming into the corpse pose, Savasana. Allow the ankles to flop open, hands away from the body with the palms facing up. But just gently close your eyes if they're not already closed. Allowing the breath to settle, so don't try to breathe in any particular way, just allow the breathing to happen. Just become the observer of the physical body. Relax the feet completely, relaxing the legs. The hips can relax, the pelvis feels heavy. Buttocks relaxes. And we allow that relaxation to spread up the back as well. So we relax and release the back. And as the breathing settles, then the heart rate slows down too. Relax the hands, the arms, all the way up into the shoulders and the upper back. With each exhale, you just relax even more. Just allow that to happen. Now bring your attention to the face and specifically the jaw. Relax the jaw now and allow the tongue to feel heavy in the mouth. Relax all those small muscles around the cheeks and the jaw, the temples and the forehead, and the third eye. relaxing that area between the eyebrows so that the entire face and skull are now relaxed. If you feel that you're holding on to any tension anywhere in the physical body, just let it go now and go deeper. And for those of you that want to stay for a few more minutes in Savasana, then please do just relax. Otherwise, it's time to wake up the physical body, so just start moving the toes and the fingers. Stretch the right arm up and back behind you. Bend the left knee, placing the left foot flat on the floor, and just roll over onto your right side for 1 or 2 breaths. Keep the eyes remaining closed, and then push back up to a seated position where we'll finish the class together. So with the spine uplifted, palms together at heart center, and we'll just say one long Om together. Inhale. Release your hands and gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back with some more classes on Wednesday. Bye.